So Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
Is it done? Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species? You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues. Out of my...
This is why...
The thanks we get for showing a little
I said, get out.
Move along.
CNP pancake mix. Now requires no mixing.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship. We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
I've heard those iconoclasts have a rather smashing opinion of you. Get it? Smashing? Iconoclasts? Oh, never mind. What's on your mind? Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Sam, have you been washing my clothes?
Affirmative.
Now I look like a banker or a dentist.
Teeth cleaning request processed. Plaque removal with a product trial of Pep You Up floss scheduled.
Next time we visit a garbage heap, your history.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the... This ultimatum brought to you by... That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers. Minister Clark's a private man. There's nothing to see...
Chasing us off already?
Ma'am, please don't...
I want you to know I'm
Do you have any actual business here?
Looking good, soldier.
How did you get in here?
I'm going.
Hey, I saw that. Hey, soldier. You can't just want... Me? I'm watching for suspicious activity. Now you've got me all confused. Look, I don't have any visitors on file today.
You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Slowly and loudly, Aloysius, it's the only way these morons understand anything. I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself. Oh, terribly sorry. I thought you were part of Rockwell's PR team. But if you're not, that means you're a dissident? A real live dissident? But what are you doing here? And how did you get in? My friend, the slightest demonstration of independent thought or action renders one a dissident in the board's rather expansive definition of the term. Which is why I'm dying to know what brought you here. Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak. I don't have...
I don't know if our chemicals are here, but this...
Will that... Oh dear, I don't... Of course. It's Rockwell. You are a quick study. I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my name.
Yeah, sure. It's always someone else who ordered the hookers and energizing ointment.
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here. How should I know? I've been under house arrest. But there is a way to find out. And perhaps to set things right. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best...
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business.
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will?
If it's dirty, it's a job for Sam.
It's filthy indeed, my mechanical friend. Rife with the worst sort of corruption. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. We're discussing industrial espionage, legal redress, the possible salvation of Halcyon. Is this not exhilarating? Also, this is the longest conversation I've had with someone else in quite some time. I dearly hope I'm not imagining this. Now, we've got to get into the HHC. That's in the Acropolis district, along with the other major corporate and government facilities. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater. The man has... The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here. There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable... Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate, but they need to know what's happening. Why, indeed. I know so little about you, but I'm afraid I don't have... Besides, I've nothing to lose. If you're looking into... What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing... Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
You're awful trusting for a guy who's been locked in his own house for years.
The Earth Directorate is our best hope. Even Rockwell's resources are no match. And it is hardly in their interest to let Halcyon... Depending on the nature of their response, organizing and sending personnel all the way... Perhaps. And now I entrust it to you. What a pleasure. I haven't had this much company in quite some... Why, I do all the work no one else wants to do. I write when I'm not being conscripted to perform. That's what I tell myself. Halcyon is...
You say these things like you're surprised. And then I gotta remind myself that you've been locked away for years.
If Halcyon falls apart, it will take all of us with it, laborer and executive alike. What? Haven't you heard? Chairman Rockwell and I are on a goodwill tour of the colony as we speak. Except for the bit about my suddenly coming down with stomach flu last year. Aside from battalions of UDL security forces? Besides, remaining close has allowed me to learn just how wrong things have... Probably serve as Rockwell's lapdog. When he saw I meant to oppose him, he made sure I... It's quite all right. Are you telling me you haven't read one? Also, they're a surprisingly useful means of asking. The board's most pressing grievances tend to feature heavily as the problem of the week. Sometimes it's factory strikes, other times it's dissenters.
You ever get the urge to just hawk one on the floor?
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's greeting is brought to you by Auntie Cleo, a subsidiary of Colway Pharmaceuticals.
Our UDL security attendant is always prepared. State your business.
Chairman Rockwell is working on some exciting new plans for the colony.
Today's greeting is brought to you by Anti. Do we really need all this?
Please step away. This end. Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those irritators. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 30. I'm not authorized to employ human. I was going to suggest that. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm going to save us both some trouble. Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience.
If you'll forgive my saying so, that outfit looks... Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also responsible for organizing the art of arranging stationery. Will there be any...
You hear about that dissident working in that clothing store? This is why we've got to be vigilant.
Apologies. Oh, you were being serious. Will there be any... Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something...
Just goes to show you never really see your hometown till you travel with a visitor.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us.